Hollywood just lost one of its toughest icons. Michael Madsen, the gravel-voiced outlaw who sliced off an ear in Reservoir Dogs, faced down Uma Thurman in Kill Bill, and brought brooding menace to more than 300 roles, died of cardiac arrest on July 3rd. He was 67, still lining up indie films, still polishing a new book of poetry, and still talking about that next collaboration with Quentin Tarantino that now will never be. You're watching Hollywood Daily Reports. If you thrive on breaking celebrity news served before the gossip blogs even refresh, tap that like button and smash subscribe so you never miss the next headline. News of Madsen's sudden death spread in minutes. Tarantino castmates, rival tough guys, and fans who memorized Mr. Blonde's razor monologue flooded social feeds with stunned farewells. Manager Ron Smith confirmed the actor collapsed on Thursday and could not be revived. For many, the shock lies in timing. After 4 decades of playing men who never make it past the final shootout, Madsen seemed poised for a late career renaissance. 3 independent features, Resurrection Road, Concessions, and Cookbook for Southern Housewives were already in post-production, promising to showcase the steely calm that made him magnetic even in low-budget fare. No tribute to Michael Madsen is complete without Quentin Tarantino. Their first pairing in 1992 turned a $1.2 million thriller called Reservoir Dogs into a cult legend. Madsen's Mr. Blonde, jeans, black boots, and that haunting smirk danced to Stuck in the Middle with You before unleashing screen violence that still shocks new viewers. A decade later, Tarantino called again, casting him as Bud, the weary assassin in Kill Bill. Only Madsen could bury the bride alive 1 minute and sigh about minimum wage drudgery the next. Even his brief turn as faded Western star Sheriff Hackett in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood felt like Tarantino saying, "This guy helped build my universe." Yet Madsen's resume stretches miles beyond Tarantino's orbit. He played Sonny Black in Donnie Brasco, the gangster whose loyalty costs him everything. He softened hearts as the misunderstood stepdad in Free Willy. He traded insults with Susan Sarandon in Thelma and Louise, and shared the diamond era of baseball in The Natural. From straight-to-DVD thrillers to prestige dramas, he packed his schedule year after year, sometimes filming 5 projects in a single season. Friends joke that you could land at LAX, spin in a circle, and point. Chances were Madsen was shooting something within 6 blocks. Acting, though, was only part of the story. When the camera stopped, he wrote. Madsen published multiple poetry collections, Burning in Paradise, Expecting Rain, and the forthcoming Tears for My Father, Outlaw Thoughts and Poems. His stanzas blended barroom grit with startling vulnerability, lines about empty highways, missed phone calls, and dreams that smelled like gasoline. He also carried a camera everywhere, framing sun-bleached diners and dusty motel signs. Colleagues say those photographs often informed the characters he played. Each click added a scrap of texture he could pull out on set. But life off-set grew complicated. In January 2022, Madsen's son Hudson took his own life at 26, a loss that shattered the family and sent the actor into seclusion for months. Friends say he poured grief into writing, scribbling late-night poems that now form the core of his unpublished book. By August 2023, personal turmoil spilled into public view when police arrested him on a domestic violence allegation. Court records show he filed for divorce the following year, citing irreconcilable differences with wife Deanna after 30 years together. He also sought a restraining order, telling the court he feared tensions might escalate. Those proceedings were still winding through Los Angeles Superior Court when news of his death arrived. Even amidst heartbreak, the work never slowed. Directors on his final indie shoots describe an actor who arrived early, knew every line, and insisted the youngest crew member eat lunch before he did. On Resurrection Road, he volunteered to coach a first-time actor through a difficult scene, telling the kid, "Acting is just listening with your whole face." He spoke often of Tarantino, hinting the director had once floated a cameo in a rumored prequel to Reservoir Dogs. Whether that project ever truly existed remains a mystery, but hearing him tell it, you believed. Industry peers measure a legacy in influence. Did an actor make young performers want to pick up a script? For Michael Madsen, the answer is yes. Tim Roth once called him the reason I tried American accents. Hilary Swank credits his on-set advice, play the silence, not the line, with shaping her early career. And Tarantino, in a statement released after the news broke, wrote simply, "Michael made danger look like poetry. I wrote roles because I knew he could live inside them." Family tributes followed quickly. Sister Virginia Madsen, herself an Oscar-nominated actress, posted a black and white snapshot of the two as teenagers, spray-painted skateboards at their feet. Beneath it, "Goodbye, brother. Keep writing up there. Heaven needs tougher angels." Madsen leaves behind 5 other children: Calvin, Luke, Hudson's twin brother Jasper, and 2 younger sons from previous relationships, plus countless collaborators who swear his gravel laugh still echoes on dark sound stages. What happens to the unfinished projects? Producers of Cookbook for Southern Housewives say they will dedicate the film to his memory and weave a closing tribute into the credits. The publishers editing Tears for My Father plan to move forward, hoping to release the book this fall. Fans already snap up first editions of his earlier poetry, driving resale prices through the roof. In death, as in life, Madsen forces us to balance grit with tenderness. Here was an actor who could menace a room with a tilt of the head, yet write a poem about the smell of rain on worn leather. He spent decades pretending to die on screen. The real exit, abrupt and off-camera, feels strangely unfinished. Perhaps that's the mark of a lasting performer. The audience wants one more scene. Which Michael Madsen moment hit you hardest? Was it Mr. Blonde's razor dance? Bud's bury her alive showdown? Or maybe the quiet pain of Sonny Black realizing the mob has written his death sentence? Drop your pick in the comments. Let's give the man his due and keep it civil. Stay tuned to Hollywood Daily Reports, because the next Hollywood farewell, surprise comeback, or jaw-dropping scandal is always one headline away.